Good morning, everybody. Ruth Thurtle here, Business Results Catalyst. Welcome to another Monday Marketing Morsel. Here we are again. Can you believe the weeks are going by so quickly? That's kind of the way it goes. I hope that you have been getting a lot done. I hope that the last week was incredibly fruitful for you. It's quite interesting being spring here in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a time to start to think about being fruitful, to start to think about some new ideas maybe, and starting to, sort of plant those seeds. And then for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere that are watching this, it's autumn. It's getting towards that harvest festival, really the time to start to think about reaping that harvest. So wherever you are in the world, it's just a great time of year for your business. How did you go last week? How did you go with looking at the things that you're doing and the values and the priorities that you have? How did you go with identifying the things that you really want to be spending the time on, the things that you value, the things that you prioritize over and above anything else? And how did you go with thinking about what are those things that you're procrastinating over and seeing the link between those things that you don't necessarily value so much? It's interesting, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday and we were talking about going to the gym. And I said to her, I said, the gym for me is something that I prioritize. I love being fit. I'm never going to be a skinny supermodel, but I love to be fit and always have. And so for me, that's something that I value. It's something that I prioritize. And no matter how busy I am, I will get to the gym. From time to time, you'll see if you follow me on social media that I prioritize it even higher. And I set myself challenges where I'm in the gym every day for 30, 31 days. Generally, 4 or 5 times a week, I'm in the gym. Now, the lady said to me, she said, oh, yeah, well, I work, and so I have to be in the same place 8 hours a day. And so it sort of limits me a little bit more. And I said, look, that's fine. It's just your choice as to where your priorities are. I said, I may not be in a position where I have to work in somebody else's office for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but I still have a lot to prioritize within my business. I'm often at my computer at 6 in the morning. I'm often still at my computer at 10 o'clock at night. And no, I don't work 16-hour days every day, but I'm still working. And so for me, it's still a matter of prioritizing to do that. And it just kind of fitted in with what we've been talking about over the last week or so. And I just encourage you to really think about not making excuses for yourself. And I'm not saying that this lady was making excuses or anything else, but it's a matter of really analyzing what we do and why we do it, so that we can really start to realize the things that are not motivating us, the reasons that we stop doing the things that we do around our marketing, and the things that are then holding us back in business. So today we're looking about, do you really have to do that? Now, for many of you, I know you're maybe a solopreneur, you're maybe on your own in business, and you feel like, yes, you have to do everything. And I just want you to think about, based on what we talked about last week, and starting to identify your priorities and the things that you love to do, what we want to do is move it so that the things that you're actually working on are the things that you love to do in business, the things that you value, the things that you prioritize. Now, you can certainly change some of the things that you do have to do and look at your values and priorities and see how you can maybe rephrase them a little bit and see them a little bit differently. And that's what we talked about last week. But this week, I want to get you starting to think about, do you really have to do that? Because there are many things that business owners start to do and then they just carry on doing because it's maybe a little bit of a habit or there's nobody obvious to give that to. But let's think about it. There are a number of different ways that you can delegate the things that are not high value to you. And here I'm talking about high value, both from a priorities point of view and the things that you want to do, but also the things that bring high value into your business. If you're doing things and spending a lot of time doing things that don't bring a lot of value into your business, then I'm going to tell you right now, you really shouldn't be doing them. So let's think about the business owner who is up 8 till 10 o'clock on a Sunday night doing their books. The books need to get done. We need to be on top of things financially. But is it the business owner that needs to be doing that data entry for 2 hours on a Sunday when you really should be enjoying your family maybe, or that's not even should. You could. whatever's of value and of importance to you. You could be out there doing something fun. If you were to pay a bookkeeper a couple of hours, it would actually probably take them about half the time that it takes you, because they're good at it, they love it, it's what they want to do. So start to think about, what are the tasks that you're doing that are not actually either fulfilling your values or bringing value into the business? And the idea is to start to delegate a lot of those things. Let's take this Hangout, for example. This Hangout, actually being here, talking to camera, doing the Monday marketing morsel, I need to do. What I don't need to do is set it up. What I don't need to do is write the actual blog post that goes around it, or spend time entering that into WordPress and clicking publish and embedding the video. I don't need to spend the time transcribing it. And I don't need to spend the time setting up the email that goes out to you guys to let you know that it's either happened or is happening. Those are things that I have an assistant to do. I still get to do the bit that I love to do, which is chatting to you and sharing the value and coming up with the subject matter and the content. But the other things, I can knock over in 5-10 minutes when we finish this, write the quick main body of a blog post and decide what the framework for next week is going to be, and then I can forget about it until about 10 to 9 next Monday. What are the things in your business? Now, you might think, oh, I can't afford to pay somebody. Go to a site called Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. You would be amazed at the things that people will do that will help you in your business for $5. It's crazy. And you can get some amazing things, some really quirky things, some really fun things. If you're following me again on social media, you'll see the quotes and the pictures that I put up. I don't spend a lot of time on that. I have somebody do that for me through Fiverr. I just want you to think, do I have to be doing that? I'd love it if you could just take a note of the tasks that you're doing in your business this week. And next to each one of those tasks, have a little look. Do I need to be doing this? Does it actually even need to be done? Or am I doing this out of habit? And then start to think, what are the 2 or 3 things, just 2 or 3 things at a time, that you can delegate to someone else? A friend, a teenager that you can pay a few dollars, sons and daughters for pocket money, somebody on Fiverr.com, somebody local, that's going to free you up to stay motivated by doing the things that you value and the things that bring value to your business, so that you can stay in business longer doing the things that you love to do. So there's your challenge for this week. Next week, we wrap up the series on marketing and motivation and staying motivated. And I have to be honest, this is probably the biggest week in terms of that. When you can start to free some of your time up to do the things that you love to do, there won't be a problem staying motivated. It kind of comes naturally when you're doing the things that you love. I think there is a famous saying that says, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. We have to work, we have to do things, but we don't have to spend a lot of time on those things that are not serving us. Next week, we're actually looking at serving, and whether you're serving or selling, and what that difference is going to make to stay motivated in your marketing. Have a great week. I would love to hear what you get up to. I'd love to hear what you can get rid of off your plate and the impact that that has on you. But for now, have a fabulous week. Ruth Thurtle, Business Results Catalyst. See you next week.